everybody, and welcome back to FIFA 18. Apologies for the last episode. I was having a very bad day. I recorded an episode of Fallout afterwards as well, and that was pretty terrible. But we're kind of back now. We're going to play Peterborough in just a couple of days. I was having a look at some players off camera. Weirdly, I swear we had 30 million. I can't work out where the 10 million went. I swear that went up to 30 million. Let's see. Oh, we haven't sold Perez yet. Okay, so that's another 10. So it's going to go over 30, hopefully. We can't make another bid for Zaha yet. On our shortlist, the only guys I think I might go for. I think I kind of decided I'm going to need a striker. I need somebody who's going to be able to come on and make a bigger impact than Jay Adams is right now. I think the rest of the positions are okay. We can get away with an on-loan right back. But the question is, who are we going to get? We got Benzema. I can't work out why you can't. Yeah, like his acceleration, sprint speed are pretty poor, but his vision, attacking positioning is really good. Ball control, shot power's good. Dribbling, finishing, passing's good. He might be the guy to kind of like help us this season. Denetheu goes up to an 86. Okay, that's surprising. Charlie Austin, I don't think is someone we're going to sign. The only other guy I was thinking of signing was where is he? There, Adam Milson. He looks quick, good agility. I have no idea how much he's going to cost though. That's the problem. So let's go and probably play this Peterborough match and then see how it goes. Now, the reason why there's Perez sold, so that's 33 million we got. The reason why I wanted to do this bonus episode is because of the Champions League final. I'm actually going to kind of play a second string sider. If we go out, we go out. Solid. Yeah, so the Champions League final happened, and my goodness, it was an interesting match. What can you even say? I mean, first off, I guess what you have to say is congratulations to Real Madrid, who obviously won it for the third year in a row, which is pretty phenomenal. When you think about it, it is phenomenal. Like, people have been kind of missing that point, I guess, but to be able to, compete in that competition for 3 years in a row, or I think it's like 4 in the last 5, and win that competition. The fact that Zidane has won it every single year is just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, fair play. Just looking if anybody new's come up here. Not really. That looks fit. Christian Benteke, why do you taunt me? Gareth Bale's first goal was obviously fantastic. I totally understand if Gareth Bale wants to leave at the end of the season. Like, that's, he deserves to be playing in that side, in my opinion. I can't quite work out why he doesn't. I know he had some injuries. I know that Zidane might favour Isco, but like, when you see Bale come up in games like that, I think you have to play him. So, he said at the end that he wants to play week in, week out. Totally fair. He's coming towards the peak of his career. I think he's 28 now, so he's potentially only got with the injury troubles he's had, you'd have to say he's probably got 4 years left of real peak. But he wants to obviously be playing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he loves winning things. He loves that, but you know, I think he just wants to play football. And like if Zidane's not going to give him those assurances that he's going to get to play football, then he'll be off. And you know, I'm pretty sure any other side in the world would play him, pretty much. His bicycle kick was sublime. I think we've been a little bit spoiled with bicycle kicks this season. There's a reason why you don't see them very often. It's because they're incredibly difficult to do and pull off. So it's you know, a testament to Bale and Ronaldo, of course, that you know they managed to do that, and even to just attempt that in a Champions League final is, you know, shows sign of a top class player, especially with Bale. You know, he could easily have wanted to play that a bit safer and, you know, do something else with it, whether it head it or, you know, try and bring it down or whatever. He'd only just come on the pitch, you know, he probably wasn't that warmed up. But yeah, just phenomenal, obviously. Now, I guess what you have to talk about is what happened with Liverpool. So, I felt that Liverpool were going to win that match. I felt like they had the momentum. Madrid are, like, obviously a phenomenal cup side. Oh, what a ball. Oh, I should have finished that. Phenomenal cup side, great experience, and just a team of winners, basically. But they're not really a great footballing team. I don't think at the minute they're a collection of individuals who can get a job done, you know, but they don't feel like they're a fluid football team. You know, there feels like there's something off there. I don't know what it is. And to be fair, they've been pretty bad in the league. They finished third behind Barcelona and Atletico. And they scraped through, to be fair, to the final. They had some very close matches. And, you know, at the beginning of the year, Ronaldo was having a bit of a goal drought, as it were, especially for him, a definite goal drought. And he kind of came good in the end, but oh god, how did you not score that? Yeah, he kind of came good in the end, but obviously probably wasn't a classic. Fuck. It wasn't a classic season for him, I guess. They were just very poor in the league. But Liverpool, I felt, were just the informed team, you know, in the world, basically, this year, this calendar year. I didn't, you know, you could argue it's Man City, but then again, Liverpool beat Man City 3 times this year, so, like, you know, you probably couldn't argue that. And, you know, Liverpool were not infallible. They got beat by some pretty bad sides in the league, you know, West Brom, teams like that. Or did they draw with West Brom? I can't remember. But anyway, they you know, were not having a great league season, but that was mostly because I think they were resting a lot of their players, and you know, for the Champions League, because they realised they couldn't catch up in the league. They probably thought they were pretty safe in the Champions League places, which they were in the end, and you know, they're probably concentrating on, or had their mind on, the Champions League, as it were. Maybe you could argue that was the same for Real Madrid. Oh, imagine that got in. But obviously Mo Salah's been the talisman for Liverpool this season. I wouldn't say that Liverpool, you know, would be rubbish without Mo Salah, but clearly, you know, because they got Mane, Firmino, who are very good players. Like, it's, you know, Mo Salah grabs the headlines, but those guys do a lot of work, you know, in the team. And it's important not to forget that. Okay, don't pass to Carroll. Okay, pass to Carroll. Well done, Andy Carroll. Finally. But obviously, with, you know, only what, a quarter of the match gone or so, if that even, Mo Salah went off injured, suspected dislocated shoulder. People are talking about Ramos's challenge. I'm sorry, that's sour grapes in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, Ramos is a bastard of a player. Like, he is, you know, he is a Spanish John Terry. He's a utter bastard, but he's incredibly effective at what he does, and you know, he's a great leader and he's a big game player. I don't believe that he intentionally went to hurt Mo Salah. I don't dispute that he's a very physical tackler, and he probably thinks, well, you know, if somebody gets injured, somebody gets injured. That's a bonus. How did you miss that? Jesus Christ. Yeah. So you know, I don't think he is. I don't think. Let's put it this way: he makes rough challenges. I don't think he particularly cares if he injures somebody. In fact, it's a bonus for him, I'm sure. But I also don't think he intentionally meant to do what happened. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, and obviously with Mo Salah off, Liverpool I thought were doing really well up to that point. Madrid didn't really look like, you know, they were threatening too much. I thought Liverpool looked like they were kind of dominating the match at that point. But you know, something like that can change a match, absolutely. And you know, Liverpool obviously came back into it. Sorry, Real Madrid came back into it. And that's where we get to the goalkeeper, Loris Karius. Now, it's funny, isn't it, that I was actually praising him in my last video, saying that I thought he'd been much improved, and you know, he was looking pretty good, and he pulled off a great save in the game as well. I think it was him anyway. Yeah, hilarious. Now, you know, I don't know what Karius was thinking. I'm pretty sure Karius doesn't know what Karius was thinking when he went to throw the ball out and did it so close to Benzema that Benzema managed to just basically kick the ball in to an empty net. As far as goalkeeper errors go, it's up there with the Bayern Munich goalkeeper's error against Real Madrid. Again, Benzema, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was Benzema. Oh god, that was awful. Yeah, and like, I feel sorry for Karius. You know, I've seen people on social media be like, oh, I don't feel sorry for him, he's a millionaire. Like, it's such nonsense, it really is. As if somebody's like wealth, you know, is any sort of like comfort in a time like that. I'm pretty sure Karius would give all his money to be able to replay that game, just, you know, one more time. That game was a potential career ender, you know, on a psychological aspect for him. And I feel so sorry for him and Liverpool in general. Now, you know, people have been harsh on him, and like, you know, I can criticise his performance. Obviously, his performance was poor. Obviously, the decisions he made were poor. You know, but you're talking about somebody just having a moment of madness, and it wasn't a moment of bad madness with bad intent. You know, I think back to like something like Beckham getting sent off against Argentina for kicking Diego Simeone, and that was like, you know, he got sent off, it changed the match. I think we would have won that match if he hadn't got sent off. Who knows where we could have gone from there. But and you know, he did it in a malicious way, which he knew was breaking the rules, and he got sent off. You know, Karius, he made a mistake. I make mistakes every day at work. It doesn't affect things in the same way, obviously. You know, it doesn't lose a Champions League final. But I do make mistakes, and you know, I own up to my mistakes, and you know, sometimes you might get punished for them in different ways. That's the way life is. To think that a goalkeeper's never going to make a mistake is ridiculous. But you know, that there is a difference in players between a player like Karius and say someone like Ramos, shall we say, or let's use a goalkeeper term, say De Gea. Now De Gea is widely considered one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. don't think he would have made that mistake. I don't think I've ever seen De Gea make a mistake like that, because I think Lars Karius is a good goalkeeper. I'd love to have him at like Crystal Palace. He'd be an improvement upon our goalkeeper for sure. But he's not, I don't think, good enough to be a Champions League final goalkeeper. You know, to be a top goalkeeper. To be fair, you know, you look at his transfer fee, it was 5 million. You know, Liverpool couldn't afford a top goalkeeper at that point. They had to go with what they could get, and they got Loris Karius, who Klopp had faith in. He had a shaky start. He's never, you know, he's come into a little bit of form recently, but in the beginning he didn't look like he was going to be a top class goalkeeper, shall we say. It didn't look like he was going to be a really good one. You know, if you look at, say, Juventus, who have Buffon for so many years, they played an arm and a leg for Buffon, but they knew if you're going to be a top side in the world, you've got to have a top goalkeeper, because the problem with goalkeepers is when they make a mistake, they make a mistake, like with a capital M. You know, as I said, I can make mistakes at work every day, and those mistakes may not affect. Shit, I thought that was a pen then. They may not even affect anything. You know, if I'm a doctor and I make a mistake in surgery and I accidentally kill someone because of it, that is obviously a major mistake. You know, the stakes are different for people, and you know, if you're going to be a top class club, you need a top class keeper. First thing I did when I took over here at Crystal Palace, I brought a top class keeper. You know, because that's what you need. That is the difference sometimes. That is the absolute difference. I don't feel like Real Madrid, by the way, have a top class goalkeeper. I think they've got away with it slightly. I don't think Keylor Navas is bad or anything. But I don't think he's like a goalkeeper good enough for Real Madrid. It's just that they haven't been able to get one, or they haven't wanted to spend money on one, or they screwed up trying to buy David De Gea. So yeah, you know. Oh, Andy Carroll. Never gonna score that way. So yeah, I feel like, you know, that's one thing to consider here, is that Loris Karius was a cut price option. Some people have said, oh, Klopp, you know, it's Klopp's fault, he shouldn't have brought him or whatever. I don't think he had a choice. I don't think he had the 25 million plus needed to buy a top class goalkeeper. I don't even know if one was available to him. Oh, what a goal. That was a great goal. Did you see the little dummy? That was actually pretty good. I don't think he had the funds available to buy one, so he did what he could, and what he could was get Loris Karius. Now, it's ridiculous to think that anybody could have foreseen what was going to happen in that match. The two mistakes he made. You know, the second one for Bale's goal, he just palmed it into the net. It was. You know, I think his head was gone at that point, and he wasn't thinking because of that first mistake. A mistake which, you know, as I said, a top class goalkeeper, you know, a real quality keeper wouldn't have made. You know, Emmanuel Neuer, David De Gea, Thibaut Courtois, just wouldn't have made that mistake in my opinion. You know, Gigi Buffon. But the other side of it, I guess you have to look at in a way, is Karius is 24, which is quite young for a goalkeeper. You know, this is his first big time. His first. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Mantelio. You know, his first big time opportunity, shall we say? And you know, unfortunately, he kind of blew it. So yeah, it's sad. But that's the way it goes, isn't it? Now, I think everybody said that Liverpool need to get a top class goalkeeper before that game, and that is still the case. Yeah, I'm sure they will do in the summer now. I don't think that Karius Lewis is going to be able to still be Liverpool's #1 keeper next season. I would imagine he might move on like that. The level of the catastrophe in that game was so high that like I don't think the guy has any choice but to leave. As shocking as that kind of is, you know, and it is shocking. Like, you know, to think that you made so many mistakes, you cost your team so badly that you literally have to leave is absolutely shocking. But and it's horrible. Like, it is horrible. Like, as I said, I think that so what's he got? 2 traits. Acceleration's not that great. Jumping's good. Attacking position, shot power's good. I'm thinking I might take a punt on Sink. Power header, target forward. I don't know though. I think I need someone a bit better. This guy I think is a bit better. Let's really make a bid for him. Let's see what we can see how much they want for him. I like the way, because he's coming from Japan, there's actually a Japanese guy who's going to negotiate with us. That's interesting. Let's start with an initial offer. Okay. Offer player fee, edit. Right, I'm going to offer 20 million. With a sell on clause, 15%. What's he going to say to that? I think that's a fair offer. We're happy with the terms. Oh, okay. Okay, great. That still leaves us with... I don't know how good he is, by the way, but I think he looks better than Senk Dawson, so we're going to go with him. Interesting. Get Helder Costa for 12. I think if I'm going to go for someone, it probably should be a right back, shouldn't it? This guy looks solid, but nah. This guy looks actually pretty decent. I don't know how much he's going to cost though. Yeah, they're saying it's got release cost 13 million. Oh, okay. Let's get this. Let's get this Adam Nielsen. Okay. Do I have to go to the transfer hub to offer contract? I haven't brought a player for ages. That's untrue. I brought some at the beginning of the season. Right. Negotiate. I hate this like negotiation thing. I'm gonna go like important. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. Oh, he's got a nice haircut. Okay, it's just linked to the contract. So let's go for 3 years. That's a steady one. Oh, it's 5 years. Sure, whatever. That's a cool haircut, dude. My client is concerned. Yep, that's fine. 28 grand a week. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Okay, he signed. Is that taking that money out of my transfer budget? Yeah, I've got 13 million left. Should I try and buy that right back? Where is he? No, I don't want strikers. That's the wrong section, isn't it? That's what I wanted. 13 million. Yes, pay and skip a couple negotiations. Negotiate. We only need to pay that guy 20 grand, that's pretty good. Okay, 4 years. Let's go for 4. Okay. That's acceptable, no release clause. Oh, okay. I don't know how much he's on at the minute. Let's offer him 40 grand with a 400 grand bonus. Oh, okay. Probably overpaid him. Okay, cool. We just signed a couple of players, guys. I'm intrigued to know how they're going to work out. Upcoming match. Oh, okay. Bailey wants to play. I don't have a problem with that, Bailey. Okay, have we got the players in now? Yeah, he's a 78. Okay. Oh, he's an 80 though. The right backs, that's good. I think he's still going to be good though, even at a 78. He's a speedster, an acrobat, and a flair. And I wanted someone quick, so let's put him in. Let's put him in alongside Martinez, and let's see how good he is. Let's put Bailey in. Let's put Odegaard. Actually, now we'll leave Walcott in. He can play right mid as well. That's an important bit of information as well. So if we want someone to put it on the right, we can do that. Where are we? Loftus Cheek with there's Van Ginkel. Reed Ward we put back at left back. Actually no, we'll put him at centre back and give Orban a rest. Put in Schlupp. There we go. Abraham can come on for Carroll, obviously, yeah. Adams can take a rest. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I think we got an upgrade in the right back department there. That's good. Right. Everton away. This is a Premier League match. We need to win this Premier League match. Let's see how we go. So yeah, I guess going back to the match, like I feel on a human level that Loris Karius, I feel so bad for the guy. Like, you know, to play that badly is just unbelievable. You know, you can say whatever you want, you know, about him, but he just had a nightmare. Like, he had the worst experience probably of his life. I hope he never has to ever have anything worse than that, you know. I feel sorry for him. His family have had to suffer a lot of abuse. At the end of the day, it's a fucking football match. Like, Liverpool never expected to be in the Champions League final at the beginning of the season, did they? Like, Real Madrid fans, yeah, they probably did, to be fair. They probably will next year. They'll probably be disappointed if they don't win it next year. But, how did you just miss that? Oh God, have I brought a turkey? But yeah, I just think it's like, oh God. I don't think that was him though, was it, the new number 10? But yeah, I just feel so sorry for him and all the Liverpool players, because it's one thing to lose a final because you got outplayed by a team. It's one thing to lose a final because, you know, you're there and it's like, you know what, that team was better, or they produced that, you know, bit of moment of magic. Like, if it was settled, you know, because if it was 1-0 because Gareth Bale scored that bicycle kick, like, I don't think there's a Liverpool fan who'd really be complaining. Just be like, you know what, at the end of the day, we weren't quite good enough, and that's okay. But to lose it like that, I'm sure that hurts, you know, because there'd be so many what ifs. What if, you know, Salah didn't get injured? Ooh, unlucky. You know, what if Karius didn't have such a nightmare? You know, I think Liverpool would have won. I really do, and that's going to hurt a bit. People are saying now Klopp's still, like, after 3 years, trophyless. I mean, the important thing to remember here is the like, simplification of football. Is football all about winning trophies? I mean, maybe to some it is, but if you ask me right now, would I rather be a Liverpool fan or a Man United fan or a Chelsea fan? I'd choose Liverpool any day of the week. They have a team who have an identity, who play football in an exciting, you know, energetic manner. And yeah, great goal. Yeah, they haven't won anything in 3 years, but their fans have been treated to such glorious football and nights to remember that I don't think it matters. And Chelsea won the FA Cup this season. Are Chelsea fans happy in any way? No. I think, obviously, barring the result last night, Liverpool fans are probably very happy this season. You know, it's like Tottenham, for example. Tottenham haven't won any trophies, but Tottenham fans are happy because their team has this identity. They have this look to them. They have a way forward, a future. You know, they're playing good football. Holy shit, I needed a Loris Karius. They're playing good football, and that's what fans want. If you're going to buy a season ticket, or you're going to watch your team, you know, and pay for Sky and watch them, or even if you watch your match of the day, you know, you want to feel proud that your team is playing good football, you know, and whatever good football that is, like, you know, I'm not talking like you have to pay a certain way, but you know, if you're a big team, you want to play attacking football, right? You want to dominate opponents, you want to see goals, you want to see the players you've got like Sanchez or Eden Hazard, you know, be free to produce the sparkling displays which you're used to seeing, and you know, and I guess teams don't do that. Ooh, that was close. When teams don't do that, that's sad, you know. It's nothing worse. Like, I'm a Palace fan, so over the years we've had to play some tripe football. We've played quite well this season, and it's been an absolute joy to watch Wilf Zaha. If you said to me, would I have rather have this season, you know, with the way Wilf Zaha's played and witnessed that, or would I rather have won the FA Cup back when Pardew was in charge? I would rather watch Wilf this season. Like 100%. I know that's dumb because I've always wanted to see Palace in Europe, but the joy that playing good football gets you, like, you can't. That's more important than trophies. Surely people see that. Like, yeah, it's fantastic when you can do both. When you're Man City and you can win and play in a brilliant manner and do all that. That's the dream, I guess. But ultimately, you want to see good football, right? It's not enough to just win anymore. And do you know what? Even just winning isn't a thing anymore. Wow. You know, in so much as, like, Mourinho, you know, he didn't win a trophy this season, but he did last. You know, got his UEFA, he got his cup double. Did Man United fans really feel proud to be a Man United fan then? I wouldn't. Like, is that what it's all about? Having the trophies, you know, the bragging rights. Oh, we won this. Yeah, but you play shit football. You know, for me, that's, you know, I'd rather watch good football. You know, I'd rather be entertained than necessarily win trophies. Sure, I don't want to lose football matches. I'm not saying that. And sometimes I know you have to, you know, dig deep, and there can be a lot of joy in watching a team defend well and do stuff like that. But you know, when I look at like the likes of Man United, and I see their, you know, top players just being caged, you know, like free Juan Mata, you know, free Alexis Sanchez, free I don't even know who else, but you know, free Paul Pogba. Like, it just, I don't know, it just feels sad. I mean, if you're a football player, do you want to play for, oh shit, do you want to play for Mourinho, or do you want to play for Klopp? I'd want to play for Klopp. I mean, what a, you know, a great guy. But that's just me. Maybe other people are different, you know. Maybe, you know, when a player looks back on his career, you know, he's going to turn around and go, I wish I'd have made that move. But I don't know, like, if you speak to Alan Shearer turned down Man United and went to Newcastle. He didn't win anything with Newcastle, but it was his boyhood club, you know. That was what he dreamed about, winning something with Newcastle, and he gave that a go. And like he said, you know, that Man United came in for him and he chose Newcastle over Man United. And that's great. Fair play to him, more power to the guy. and he doesn't regret that, you know. Even though he would have won trophies at Man United, I'm pretty sure. Man United won trophies in that period, a lot of them, and they played some good football as well. But you know, he wanted to play for his club, and like, I think it would be. You know, he looks back on his career, I'm sure, very fondly. He's got some great memories. Would have been nice if he'd won something, yes, of course, but you know, you can't have everything in life. Or you can sometimes if you're Man City or Barcelona, you know. And it's rare that, you know, you can get a team which can play sparkling football and, you know, continue to win and dominate and stuff like that. And it's rare, and I understand that some of the top players might want to do that. But also, like, what a tackle. What a tackle. That was a tackle and a half. That's it. Come on, Schürrle. There's actually weirdly been links between Crystal Palace and Andre Schürrle. They've actually been linked with him, which I find hilarious. I'd love to see Schürrle come to Palace. But anyway, yeah, I guess coming back on topic a bit for the Champions League final, like, I mean, it was a great final. Like, certainly compare it to the bloody FA Cup final. Oh my god, that was a bad finish. Like, it was much, much better, and you know, just Bale's goal alone made it much, much better. It was phenomenal. You know, I hope Gareth Bale either gets his game time at Real Madrid or what a ball. Oh my god, I brought a lemon. Yeah, I hope he gets his game time at Real Madrid, I really do. Or goes to a club, not Man United. I don't want to see Mourinho ruin him. Getting back, tracking back and defending. He'll turn him back into a left back or a wing back, won't he? That'd be hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. I hope he gets some, you know, some game time. You know, I could see Bale going to Chelsea, perhaps. And oh shit. Fuck. How did that happen? I'm not even going attacking. Balls. Ross fucking Barkley shouldn't even be at Everton. And we just missed that absolute sitter as well. Okay, we got time. Yes! Huge slice of luck. Huge slice of luck. But Martinez does the business. Martinez does the business. There we go. I think he nutmegged the keeper there. Yeah, I hope Bale goes. I could see him being like swapped with Eden Hazard at Chelsea. Like that would, I think, make some sense. I could see that happening. They're probably both worth about the same amount of money, and like Zidane rates Hazard, but clearly doesn't rate Bale as highly. So I could see that happening. I think that would work out well for both teams. I'm sure Chelsea don't want to see Hazard go, but I think he kind of has his sights set on something a bit bigger. Maybe a club with a bit more stability, if you can call Real Madrid stable. To be fair, they've had a manager for 3 years. That's pretty good for them. Oh, fuck off. How have we been this bad? Okay. That's it, Odegaard. Come on, Odegaard. Such a bad cross. Oh. This guy's quite good actually at crossing. Ah, oh, he's actually pretty good at crossing. I should get him to cross more. He seems to be better than Odegaard. What are you doing? sake, just fell over the ball. Oh, come on. Oh my god. We still got time, we still got time. Come on. Okay. Oh, how did you not pass that? Maybe it was too obvious, I don't know. Should have done it over the top. Oh, you fucking arsehole, Barkley. Oh, no, not there. I wanted to... The frustration sets in once more. That was all I needed, bloody Everton goal there. It just gets to a point sometimes where you're just like, why are you not passing it where I want you to pass it to? Okay, good head. Didn't expect you to really hit that. Great, got injured. Well done, Phil. You really know how to pick 'em, don't you? Okay. Oh, yeah, Nelson's injured. I can't believe he's got injured already. That's actually a joke. We'll bring on Abraham anyway. Come on, Schürrle, fight. Oh, come on. That was not where I wanted that pass to go to either. Oh, what is that? Oh my god, we had so many chances to win this game and just fucked it up. We're not going to win the league, are we? Someone else injured? What the fuck is going on? Come on. Jesus Christ. For God's sake. I'm so pissed off. Their goals were rubbish. Just utter trash. We've drawn it. We've drawn it. Gutted. I'm gutted. Should have won. Should have won. I really picked a great one with that new guy, didn't I? Look at this miss. How'd you miss that? How'd you miss that? And then they literally went up the other end and scored. Okay, and here we are. Okay, how long's he out for? 3 weeks, brilliant. He's an 80, so he's actually better. Oh boy. Okay, well done, Crystal Palace. At least we've got a better right back, I guess. How much money have I got? I haven't got any money, have I? Nah. I was thinking maybe I can get 30 million and buy St. Tossen, but I don't need him, do I? I can't believe this guy's out for 3 weeks. That is such a joke. When you get the luck, you get the luck. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm actually going to finish up there. Just play the 2 games. This was like a little bonus episode. Next time we'll play against Liverpool in the Cup, Carabao Cup. It was 1-1, I believe, so we've got some work to do. And then we're playing Birmingham in the Cup as well. But till then, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.